every federal agency that takes an action that might affect historical objects or places has an obligation to review that action under the National Historic Preservation Act. But in my view, too often that review has been either perfunctory, it's been sort of a check the box, and often doesn't meaningfully involve tribal communities, even when the historical or cultural resources at stake are directly related to those tribes. As chair of the Advisory Council on Historic Preservation, how would it be possible to hold agencies more accountable to those obligations under the National Historic Preservation Act, especially when it comes to actions that directly impact tribes and tribal communities?
Thank you, Senator, for your question. So as you point out, tribal consultation is an important part of the Section 106 review process. It's written into the statute and the regulations. The Advisory Council sees about 120,000 federal undertakings every year, looking at handling all of those with a great but small staff. So there's a few things that they're already doing. I mean, really, the Advisory Council's leadership in bringing tribes to the table has been recognized by other federal agencies. It's issued a series of, again, advice memoranda on sacred sites, on traditional knowledge, and on other aspects of the government-to-government relationship, which we have as the federal government with tribal nations. If I were confirmed as chair of the Advisory Council, I would certainly continue to ensure that tribes are consulted early and often. It would be a very high priority to me already, working with the National Association of Tribal Historic Preservation Officers, advocating for increases in funding for those groups so that they can meaningfully consult in an important way, in a meaningful way. These are things that the Advisory Council has long advocated for, and as its chair, if lucky enough to be confirmed, I would certainly continue to do that because, frankly, it makes the process better for everybody if everybody is given a meaningful chance to consult early and we avoid a lot of issues later on.
Thank you, Chairman.